What happened with Bo? It's a very interesting microscope that we live under. Bo has had so many experiences in his life, but MMA is different than wrestling. And I don't mean just the scoring and the skills, obviously, right? Captain Obvious over here. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I have one resentment in MMA. Only one. And it was that we only got to do it 3 times a year. I was used in wrestling to having 4 and 5 matches in a day, and that was every Saturday. Generally speaking, we would have a dual meet on Thursday, and then there would be a tournament on Saturday. So you get 4 or 5 matches on Saturday, plus you get that dual meet. Then nobody counts because you only got to take on one guy in a night. It was easy. The same as MMA. One guy in a night is easy, and I only get 3 a year. But there's another side to it. If you lose in a wrestling match, and Bo didn't have this happen very often, but I'm sharing with you, if you lose in a wrestling match, there is no sit around and be depressed and see what social media says. 40 minutes later, the consolation bracket is up. So if you get beat, there is no down in the dumps, go back, hear people say, pick myself up, dust myself off, and get back in the gym and roll the sleeves up and get back to work. There is none of that. You're already up. So you recover quickly. And your mind is only as good as your last match. You're just thinking about your last match. So, and even if that one doesn't go your way, well, Thursday there's a dual meet, and 2 days after that, next Saturday, there's another 4 or 5 matches in a tournament. I'm sharing with you, guys, in this case, Bo, are in very different positions where they've got to come back and they got to hear from the public, who is currently rejoicing in their defeat. And you run into a question of how you're going to deal with that. Maybe real easily. Maybe you look at it and it doesn't do anything to you. That would be an act. Guys that look at it and it doesn't do anything to them, that's an act. It does something to them. But it is very easy to just put that down, not see it at all. And that's likely not what happened either. So then you're left with more of your traditional, am I going to use it as a motivation or am I going to use it to drag me down? And when I do look at the fight, okay, what actually happened? What went hooray? I could guess. But my guess would go something like this. Bo Nickal, a world freestyle champion and a 3-time collegiate wrestling champion. Bo Nickal can walk into any gym, including a great gym, including a super gym like ATT, and have people think, okay, your wrestling is enough. As far as the wrestling tool we need to sharpen, you're there. Let's go look at some of the things you're not as comfortable with, and let's bring those up a little bit. And in theory, I understand it, and I see it every single day. In theory. But in practice, it's not a matter of your wrestling is solved. You've got enough. Let's bring these up. It's not. As you start bringing these up and you're not doing the wrestling, and it comes down just as fast as it goes up. But I only bring this to you. This is my guess. Because they're up against the fence. And DeRitter's doing a good job, man. He's hitting him in the head. He's hitting him in the body. He's coming back and forth. Like, DeRitter's doing a good job. He's bothering Bo. Right? He sticks him in the chest. He sticks him in the face. He's bothering. Okay, is he up, down? Where are we at here? And Bo finally even just backs away. Good game. Give me a little space. Let me regroup. But I've seen Bo in that position 100 different times. Some guys were doing collar ties or Russians, or they were getting wrist control, or they were banging on his head. It wasn't a standing up posture, and they weren't punching him. But they were bothering him, and they were offering him threats. I've seen it 100 times. And you know what Bo would do? He'd go forward. He would grab them. This time, he backed away. He tried to create space. Wrestlers don't want space. Wrestlers take space away. Space is illegal in wrestling. So I just watched that position, and I thought, hey, somebody got him away from what he does. absolute best way to make an Olympic team in wrestling is to do a college wrestling workout and then stick around 15 or 20 minutes after practice and do parterre. This is the single greatest training you'll find anywhere in the world. And it's a formula that works 100% of the time. It's why you can see these collegiate guys step in and dominate the freestyle guys. Freestyle is easy, but it's not easy because the style's easy. It's easy because the coaches and the training worldwide have made it easy. I mean, they got on this thing like one got a hard-on for it, followed by a guy who wanted to have a bigger hard-on for do less. You train too hard. Rest your body. This became a belief. Get out of here. And you can do practice in 2 hours and I'll do it in 1 hour and 45. Well, then I'll do it in 1 hour and 35. Well, then I'm better than all of you because I'll do it in 1 hour and 20. Like, worldwide freestyle just started getting easier and easier and easier. And so then you get in there with a collegiate guy, it doesn't work. And I only bring that to you. I don't know what Bo's training looks like. I can just tell you, best way to make an Olympic team, do a college workout, hang out for 15 to 20 minutes in the parterre. That is the absolute best format ever created. Ever. But you're not far off from MMA. You still got to do that college workout. Specifically college. The open, the senior guys, they started 20 years ago, they don't work hard enough. You can't go do a freestyle workout anymore. They've killed freestyle. The only ones that can save freestyle, even in this country, which is top in freestyle, is the guys that are doing collegiate. Your to-be college guys or your current college guys. All right, I've made my point. But my guess would be that Bo is doing a lot of jiu-jitsu. That he's punching a lot of mitts. That would be my guess. But that's not what he did in college. He didn't punch a bunch of mitts. And he didn't lay on his back. He had an emphasis and an urgency. Get on top of that man against his will and keep him there against his will every single day. There are no mitts in the octagon. Something to keep in mind. There's no jump ropes. There's no speed bags. If you're doing anything in practice that is a motion or movement that does not happen in the octagon, you are wasting your time. You can do that at the beginning for a warm-up. You can do it at the end for a cool-down. It cannot be part of your workout. I haven't seen the training sessions. I'm only sharing. I have never seen Bo in competition want to create distance. I only see Bo in competition taking distance away. And when DeRenner was hitting him to the body and hit him to the head, and Bo did not go forward and clinch and start wrestling him, I just thought to myself, all right, they got to him. Somebody got to him. Said, if you want to do this, you got to have the answers. And here's the answers. The answer is with a punch, and it's an elbow, and the answer is with you move your hips and grab his arm. And since Bo was 15 years old, there's been times in battle that he realizes, I need to grab this guy and throw him down. Nothing else. Nothing pretty, nothing technical, nothing set up. Grab a guy and throw him down. And in all of the times over all of the years that Bo grabbed a guy and threw him down, good things happened. It's something to consider.